What's going on, everybody? Today I want to share with you something that we used to use in sports that doesn't really serve the same purpose that it used to. My name is Matt Mounier and I am a change coach, and I'm working specifically with transitioning athletes. One of the biggest decisions we have after sports is to figure out what it is that we're going to be doing next. So the first thing that I try to do is work with people that are going through change, a difficult change. The next thing that I do is work with people that feel stagnant in their lives. They want to figure out what it is that they're really striving for, what they're going to get to next. It is my job to then force change into your life and work with you to just blast past that previous potential that you thought that you had. What I want to talk to you about today is this thing that we used to do, and I am a complete victim of this as well. And I just started thinking about this again, talking to a client, and it was that we constantly compared ourselves to other people when we were playing sports. If that was the people that we grew up with that are being successful or not, maybe not as successful as us, the people that we used to have a locker next to who might be playing professional now and we're working at our day job. I think we constantly use this ability to compare each other. And the most vivid one that I think of is when you're getting ready to play a game and you look across the court or the field and you see the other team warming up and you start comparing yourself to the person on the other side. If you're built physically enough, if you can shoot the ball better, if you can dribble better, if they're warming up properly, if you think you might have a mental edge on them, all of these things, you're constantly comparing yourself to what you believe they have. And at the end of it, it's one of these competitive edge things that we use in order to kind of figure out what we have in our arsenal. At the end of the day, if our thoughts were correct, if we prove to be better than the other person, it's a reassurance in ourselves and what we have been doing and prepping for in order to get to where we were. If we, get our asses kicked, it tends to be, a shot at us, and we know that we need to get a little bit better in order to compete at that level. One of the things that when you do move into the real world, or one of the things that I started to realize was I found myself constantly comparing myself to other people. People that might be making more money than me. People who are at a different stage in their life. Maybe they were 5, 10, 15 years older than me that seem to have it all just kind of put together. And I easily just kind of looked across the room and thought to myself, these people are making more money, but they're not that much better than me. I found myself full of jealousy and envious of where they were at. And I really had to reflect and think about what it was I was doing and where this came from. And I think it was a misunderstanding of what I was doing when I was comparing myself to other people across the way. And maybe that isn't the best thing that we could have been doing when we were playing sports. But what I began to realize was that the motivation behind everything that I had done was try and get a little bit better every single day. Every single day I would wake up and work out and put in the time and the effort to just get a little bit better so that, the previous me, I was increasing by about 1%, let's say, every single day. I was just incrementally getting a little bit better. And I think that's all we can really hope for ourselves. And, the competition was never me against the person on the other side of the court. The competition was with me and the best basketball player that I could possibly become. After sports, it's the same thing. The competition doesn't exist with everyone around us. The competition should exist with us at an individual scale. Are we just working a little bit harder, getting a little bit better every single day? Because the trophy that we get to hold over our head and the fulfillment that we get to feel isn't from money or accolades. It's from having fulfillment and joy in our lives. And I think that only can really begin when we realize this mission and we stop comparing ourselves to other people and we just start comparing ourselves to who we were yesterday. If you're having difficulties with this part of the transition, I know this was a big thing for me. I would love to connect with you, chat with you about the problems that you're facing. Maybe you are comparing yourself to other people who find yourself doing this. Let's connect. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow.